What's up, Hedgehog Maniacs and Doki Fanatics? X17 here. Once again, I'm back with another Doki Doki Literature Club fan mod. This one is unique because the title of this one is called Sayori Says No to Suicide. From what I've seen on Reddit, the screenshot and everything, it's supposed to be like a public service announcement from Sayori, mainly, because we all know what happens to Sayori at the end of Act 1. Sorry for the spoiler, in case you're new to it. Before you continue watching this video though, I suggest you play the main game for yourselves, and then come back. Otherwise, you will be spoiled. Anyway, it's time to dive in, and let's do it to it. This is a Doki Doki Literature Club fan game that is not affiliated with Team Salvato. It is designed to be played only after the official game has been completed. You can download Doki Doki Literature Club at DDLC.mo. Huh. So it only features Sayori for the main menu. Of course, which means is that it makes sense because the title of this mod is Sayori Says No to Suicide. Let's go. Of course, time to put the name in. I still wish they allowed numbers, but for some reason, the game does not. So I gotta go with the name I have for MC, which is Sayori X. So, let's go. Sayori, the cinnamon bun.
Hi everybody, it's me, Sayori! And today, I want to talk about an issue that's very important to me.
Sayori? Who are you talking to? I'm the only one here.
I'm talking to all viewers at home, Sayori. You know, the people playing this mod?
Oh, we're breaking the fourth wall now? That's right. Sayori did become self-aware. And again, sorry for the spoiler, but Sayori did become self-aware after Monaco was out for Act 4. But you know what I'm trying to say, right? But anyway.
Come on, Sayori X, welcome me here. Just pretend you're streaming a YouTube video or something.
Isn't this on YouTube right now? Oh, Sayori.
You can be my cameraman! Except you are the camera!
Okay, whatever. Hi everybody. I awkwardly waved at myself. This feels weird.
It's not real unless you make it weird.
Exactly. Fine. But what are we doing here? Is this like a public service announcement or something? That's actually the screenshot, believe it or not. That's actually the screenshot I saw. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah! Forgot that PSA! I want to sound more official!
Is that why you're wearing your school uniform in your bedroom?
Yeah, that, and because I can only do my special pose wearing this in my uniform. This game has no art for this pose in my casual outfit.
That's right. This mod was released before Salvation. Because, from what I remember, somebody edited Sayori with that pose that she has with her casual outfit. Anyway. Seems like a silly reason to me.
Maybe so, but I look so cute when I pout like this. See?
Well, she has a point, MC.
Anyway, I get this thing started now. Today, we're gonna be talking about suicide! Yay!
That doesn't seem like something to be happy about.
Sorry, I never done this before.
That explains a lot.
I guess I'm a little excited.
Like how excited you were to get the cupcakes before Natsuki got to them? Speaking of which, I'm just wondering if the other doggies are here too. Anyway.
Ahem! As you all know, the story of Doki Doki Literature Club deals with depression and suicide. And about halfway through the game, well, I gotta kill myself.
That's a spoiler. Sayori, spoilers! Yeah, those are spoilers if you guys have not played the main game yet.
I've obviously already played the game, Sidex. I would play a mod for a game before they play the game it's based on. Sheesh!
I would be surprised at that statement, Sayori. Anyway,
that part of the story is really sad. I guess that's one of the reasons people make mods for it, because people want to save me.
I've heard that.
Thank you for that. It's super sweet of you. I could have a big car if I could. If I wasn't stuck here in this game mod.
Monica!
Don't remind me. Oh, sorry, Monica.
Where did that voice come from?
That was Monica. She's my stage manager. This is an important issue for her too. Yeah, I still feel bad about what I did to you, Sayori. I hope this helps make up for it. I told you it's okay, Monica. I forgive you. In fact, it's bad this way because it gives us the chance to help others. Because there's an important lesson to take away from playing the game. And that's how to handle it if you meet someone who is suicidal in real life. I mean, it's great that you want to save me. It's flattering. Really.
Sorry.
Even if I don't really deserve it.
Hey, come on! You totally deserve it!
Aw, thanks!
Even if you're kind of a dummy.
Yeah, maybe.
I thought you gave up on that, Sayori. But that was to MC, though. Sayori sticks her tongue out at me. I'm surprised that's not in the main game.
Anyway, I'm hoping that you can all learn to deal with this kind of situation better. Because let's face it, the way Sonic handled it was, maybe not the world's greatest way to handle it.
Are you saying I sucked at it?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
Anyway, Sonic means where he wants to do his best to be supportive in the only way he knows how, so he can forgive him for his mistakes. But I know we can all learn from that experience and do better.
Hey, I thought I did pretty good.
Sonic, I want to be nice here. But remember after I told you I had my depression my whole life. The first words on your mouth were to tell me that I had betrayed our friendship by not telling you sooner. No offense, but that was kind of a crummy thing to say. Like, I just told you
Sorry.
I just told you I feel bad, and your first reaction was to try to make me feel worse?
Well, I don't know. It came out wrong. I didn't mean it that way. I just felt bad that I didn't know sooner.
I know. Like I said, I know you mean well. But I just finished telling you how worthless I feel and how hard it is to even get out of bed in the morning. It would have been nice if you hadn't immediately started talking about your own feelings.
Okay, fine. But what about the other stuff I said? I said I would support you. I said that I would do everything I could so you wouldn't feel any more pain. That's gonna count for something, right?
Support is great. Support is awesome. But as for the rest of it, well, that's not really how depression works. It's not something you can just cure. It's not something you can expect to go away.
That's true.
It's something that a depressed person has to manage day by day. Anyways, to not let it affect them too much. And just like anyone else, they have good days and bad days. Or the bad days are kind of extra bad. There are definitely things you can do to help. But you can't make yourself responsible for how the depressed person feels. You just put yourself out. It might make you feel good, or even heroic to say you'll make the pain go away forever. But it's just not realistic.
Well, how was I supposed to know that?
Yeah. You're lucky you're so cute.
What was that?
Nothing!
Oh boy. I know this is supposed to be talking about a serious subject, but gotta have a couple of laughs here and there. But this is serious though. Anyway.
It's a good idea though, Sayori. That's kind of extra reason to get me professional help. I mean, you're saying something you didn't understand what I was feeling. So it was actually kind of dangerous for you to tell me that you knew what was best for me when you really had no clue. That made me depend on you to do the right thing if you have no idea what the right thing is. It might have made you feel good to say that, but you really should have sent me to someone who knows better.
Oh. When you put it that way, I guess you're right. Well, I feel like crap now. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I don't mean... Oh, no. I don't mean to make you feel bad. That just means you had the chance... That just means you had the chance to learn something new. And that's a good thing. Because learning is fun. Yay!
Okay, great. Well, maybe you can help me understand something then. I mean, you said you were depressed. I thought that just meant you were sad. How was I supposed to know it was that serious?
I'm glad you asked that, Sayori. The answer is that there was a very important question you forgot to ask.
What's that?
Are you thinking of killing yourself?
Huh? Seriously?
Yep.
I'm just supposed to come out and say that.
That's right.
I don't know. I think it would have felt weird to ask you that.
Well, stop. Calling it feel weird. It's the first step that's maybe saving someone's life.
So, like, I'm just supposed to walk up to you and say, "Hey, Sayori, how are you doing? Oh, by the way, are you thinking of killing yourself?"
Well, maybe not. Maybe not like that. But I'm sure you could have found a way to work it into the conversation. Like back when I was telling you about my depression. I was saying some pretty hard things about myself. Like how worthless I am and how I felt like the world was punishing me. I even said that I felt like a spear was pouring through my heart.
I thought you were exaggerating.
Yeah, it's true that I could be exaggerating. I know I do that a lot.
You think?
But I also talked about how hard it is to do really basic things like get out of bed, make friends, or even eat. Come on, I love eating. You know that.
Because you're always hungry, Sayori.
Those were being so close that could have been suicidal. So anytime during that conversation would be a good time to ask.
Well, jeez. When you put it like that, I guess the signs were pretty obvious.
It's really okay, Sayx. I don't mean to give you a hard time.
Remember when I said that I was wondering if any other donkeys would be in here? Physically? That answers my question. And there's Natsuki.
But I will.
Ah! Where did you come from?
Oh, hi, Natsuki. Thanks for joining us. Good to be here. Step aside for a second. Listen here, dumbass. She said she likes you. She said she likes you so much she wants to die. Like she actually literally said the words, "I want to die," and you still didn't get it. How freaking dense can you get?
Okay, I get it. I screwed up. I'm sorry.
You're lucky you're so cute.
Natsuki saying the cute words to MC. Oh boy. I think Natsuki just realized what she said. I am.
Well, sort of. I mean, shut up! I said I wanted to, I said what I came to say, so I'm gonna go now.
Oh man. Talk about awkward. Oh man. Like I said, I know this is supposed to be a serious announcement, a PSA, but I still can't go over that. Anyway, Natsuki rushes out of the room, blushing furiously.
Okay, see you later, Natsuki.
Why is she here anyway? Is she part of the PSA?
She's been in my kitchen. She said she wanted to make cupcakes right afterward.
You mean you wanted her to make cupcakes?
Can I be both? Let's just get back to the presentation.
Alright then. So I should have asked if you were thinking of killing yourself? What if you said no? Wouldn't that make things awkward?
Yeah, well, I can see how that might be a bit embarrassing. But at least you would know the answer, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it. It's still what to ask, because I almost said yes. And then you would have been able to really help me. You see, there are two kinds of suicidal people in the world. Someone who talks about it as kind of a cry for question. That was my cry for help. And well, that's what happened to me when I didn't get it.
This conversation is making me feel more and more guilty. I'm really sorry about that, Sayori. Would it be okay if, would this be a bad time to offer you a hug?
It's never a bad time for hugs.
Man. Sayori steps forward into my arms. We stand like that, holding each other for a moment. It's almost as if I can feel forgiveness flowing from her, washing away the guilt I feel.
Your hugs are so warm. Guys, more PSA, less PDA, please. Oh, wait.
Monica. Speaking of Monica, I wonder if she's gonna make a physical appearance near the end and do that pose of hers. Anyway. Sayori pulls away from me, looking a little flustered.
Okay, so where were we?
You were talking about a cry for help?
Oh yeah! The important thing to remember is that, believe it or not, a lot of people who are suicidal don't really want to kill themselves. They might feel so bad that they want to die, but they are still searching for reasons to keep going and looking for ways to feel better. But depression can really mess with their heads and stop them from thinking clearly. So having someone to help them get through the bad days can be a really good thing. There are a lot of different ideas out there with what the best approach when talking to a suicidal person. But they all agree that the best thing is to figure out how likely the person is to actually do it. So today, we are going to talk about the 7 questions of suicide protocol that the author of this mod learned in college.
Who's that?
Some guy named Tormuse.
Leave it to Monica to say the name of the mod creator. Also, hello there, if you're watching. Sorry if I said your name incorrectly. If you're watching. Anyway. Are you sure we can trust this guy? Hey, don't question it, MC.
Give him a break, Sonix. He's just reading what he knows.
That's true.
He's doing the best he can, just like anyone else. That's all we can ask of everybody, really. Anyway, for the next part, I'm bringing in my assistant, Yuri, to talk about suicide protocol.
It was Yuri.
Oh, is it my turn to come in now?
Yeah, come stand over here.
Very well. Hello everyone. Am I supposed to look at Sayori while I'm talking?
Yeah, that's right. Just pretend he's a camera.
Okay. I just don't want to seem rude or anything. It's good to see you again, Sayori. I hope this isn't awkward for you, having us stare at you like this.
It's alright. This is probably a little awkward for all of us.
Thank you for your understanding. I just don't want to seem creepy or anything like that. After all, I'm not staring at you because I think you're cute.
Oh boy.
Which isn't to say you're not cute. I don't mean to insult you either. I mean, you are cute, but that's not the reason I'm looking at you. What I mean to say is I'm only looking at you for pragmatic reasons for the PSA. That's all. Oh dear, I'm making it worse.
Oh boy.
That's okay, Yuri. Really, just remember what we talked about. Just keep taking deep breaths and focus on what all you can here to take the sand. You'll be alright.
Okay, right. Keep breathing. Well, as Sayori said, I'll be sharing the 7 questions of suicide protocol. Of course, Sayori already shared the first and most important question. Are you thinking of killing yourself? Without asking that, the rest of this discussion is moot, so make sure to ask it first.
Can we get it up on the screen?
Okay, this is interesting.
Thanks, Monica. No problem.
Huh. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. Oh, I've got an idea.
Oh no. What's your idea, Sayori?
The next one, see if we can time it so we can appears when I raise my hand.
Moving on. The next question to ask is, have you tried to kill yourself before?
It's Sayori.
This is important information, because if they tried it once, they might try again. Next is, do you have a plan for killing yourself? It's one thing to just have pressing thoughts about suicide, but if they have a plan for it, it's a lot more worrying. Next. This goes a little with question 3. Do you have a means of killing yourself?
Oh, Sayori. Sorry for laughing, but it's really funny how that happens. But anyway.
If they have a way to commit suicide readily available to them, it makes it more likely they'll go through with it. See if you can keep them away from it if you can. It's not healthy to have that kind of temptation around. Next, is there someone you can turn to for help? This could be a friend, a family member, a favorite teacher, mentor, or whoever. Just someone that they feel comfortable with that can help stop them from killing themselves.
Yeah, social support is so important for depressed people. I know Miriam does nothing worse than being alone with my thoughts. All the bad thoughts go around and around in my head just gives them a chance to make themselves worse.
Indeed, having someone around that the depressed person trusts, and that they have positive experiences with can really lift their mood. The next question is, would you consider seeking medical help?
Are you serious, Sayori? I expected that out of Monica. Did you put her up to this, Monica? It may not have been Monica, but why must that pose exist? Artificial intelligence. That's what I'm saying. Anyway.
There are a lot of possible causes for depression. Sometimes it's triggered by a tragic event in the person's life, like a death in the family. Or maybe just difficult life circumstances. But a lot of the time, it's simply chemical imbalances in the brain. And in that case, there are a lot of medications to choose from that can help with that. So you can have a big help to talk to their doctor about what their options are. Even if they decide not to take medication, any doctor will be able to recommend a therapist or a counselor to talk to who might be able to help them in other ways. They can also just walk into any hospital emergency room. If they tell someone working there that they're thinking,
Sorry.
If they tell someone working there that they were thinking of killing themselves, the hospital staff would take it seriously and get them some help. And finally, the last question. Would you like me to call someone for you?
What's that damn necessary, Sayori? I can see where a brand new day had those from. Anyway.
Who you call depends a lot on the situation, also on the answers to the other questions. Sometimes someone who is in a crisis might not feel up to calling for help, and they might need you for that. Whether that's calling a friend, calling the doctor, or calling an ambulance. I think I'm done now.
That's great, Yuri. Thanks for helping. Thanks for your help.
Right. Thank you for your time, everyone. Have a good day.
So that's it. Those are the 7 questions.
Seems like a lot to remember.
Not really. The important thing to remember here is you're trying to figure out how likely they are to kill themselves. It doesn't matter if you do the questions out of order, even if you don't ask it all of them. Your goal is to make sure they're safe.
That's true.
Like someone who has a plan and it means is more likely to do it than someone who just had the idea, but didn't think of it and threw it any further. Someone who doesn't have anyone to turn to for help would also be really worrying. In that case, I would say not to leave them alone, if possible, and to try to get them to see a doctor. And of course, question 1 should always go first. If you don't ask that, it doesn't make sense to ask any of the others. Phew. This is some pretty heavy stuff.
You think? Well, like you said, it's important.
Yeah, I don't want to get too heavy, so I'm gonna tell a joke. It's kind of a dirty joke.
Where is this going? Sayori, really? A dirty joke from you?
Here goes. Ahem. A white pony jumped into the mud puddle. It got dirty.
Okay, not the dirty joke I was expecting. But then again, it is Sayori. Good one, Sayori.
I knew you like it.
I don't think from MC's voice, I don't think he really liked it that much. But like I said, it was not the dirty joke I was expecting. But anyway.
Okay, so now that we have talked about how to deal with a crisis, maybe we can move on to stuff that's a little lighter, like dealing with day-to-day issues of depression. As I said before, for someone who's depressed, the worst thing is being alone with their thoughts. Sometimes the best thing you can do for them is distract them from the bad feelings until they pass. You don't even have to talk about their feelings or anything like that. Just spend time together, have a nice conversation, play some games. Even doing some household chores together can do the trick. Anything to keep their mind occupied so it doesn't spiral out of control into bad feelings. And if they're not in the mood to spend time together, there are other things you can suggest to them, like exercise or going for a walk or reading a good book.
Suddenly I hear rapid footsteps coming up the stairs. Who could that be? Uh-oh.
Did someone say book?
I guess you can give the book suggestions.
Hello again. The first book I'd like to recommend. Oh, wait. Do we have to worry about copyright issues or anything like that?
I think as long as you credit the authors, you're alright.
Very well. Since we're talking about mental health, I'd like to show my favorite book on cognitive behavioral therapy, Feeling Good, by David Burns.
Okay. That's interesting.
As Sayori touched on earlier, depression causes a feedback loop in the brain where negative thoughts and feelings feed each other. This book teaches you techniques that can help you break that cycle.
Huh? I hear more rapid footsteps coming up the stairs. Uh-oh. Natsuki. Oh no. Oh boy.
Hold on! You're not going on about that David Burns crap again, are you?
Natsuki, Dr. Burns is a respected expert in this field. His work is certainly not crap.
Yeah, whatever. I've heard that before. It still put me to sleep even before I finished chapter 1.
Well, maybe it'll appeal to people who have longer attention spans than you.
Oh no. It's like I said before. It feels like every time I do a mod, there's always an argument between Natsuki and Yuri, whether it's big or small. And I have that same look on my face right now, Sayori.
You watch your mouth!
What were you going to suggest? Parfait goals?
I'll have you know I have a serious book to suggest. It's called The Mindful Way Through Depression. And it goes everything that Yuri Books has, but it's way more interesting. And it comes with a CD with meditation tracks and stuff. Okay, but who's the author?
Oh boy.
It's by a bunch of people. I forget. Never mind. I'll do a search. Here it is. It's by Mark Williams, John Teasdale, Sendell Segal, and John Kamen-Sid. Yeah, that sounds right.
It is right. I know because that's the book I recommended to you, Natsuki.
You! You don't have to go bragging about that to everybody!
Oh man.
And you don't have to pretend you can come up with it on your own. I only suggested it to you because you said that Feeling Good was too hard to read.
I didn't say it was too hard, you big jerk! I said it was too boring! Bunch called it feeling bored! Ha! I don't like that, you guys!
Natsuki, we are trying to have a serious discussion about mental health. I wish you would show some maturity.
And I wish you would stop being so stuck up!
Okay. That look on Natsuki, honestly, is scaring me. Oh man.
Oh, look at me! I'm Yuri, blah blah blah! I'm so smart, beautiful, and better than everyone else, blah blah blah!
You think I'm beautiful?
Okay, that's enough out of you two. Take your argument downstairs. Yeah, okay. We'll go. Sorry about that, everyone. I kind of lost my train of thought now. Oh, I know. Maybe this is a good time for a quiz. I just see how well situation. Take a good look at the suicide phone call list up there.
Crashing noise. What was that? What the heck was that?
Are those two still fighting downstairs? I'll check on them. Well, the important thing is that they aren't fighting anymore. They said that we resolved their differences. That's good news. I thought they ended up getting along. You could say that.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy.
Anyway, is the quiz ready, Micah? Just a second. Okay, I'm taking down the list now. No cheating. Alright, Sonix, let's roleplay this. I'm pretending to be a suicidal person and you're trying to help me. Ahem. Yeah, I'm worthless and my life has no meaning and stuff. Okay, Sonix, what's the first thing you want to ask?
Are you thinking of killing yourself? Are you thinking of killing yourself?
Yes! Next question!
Is there someone you could turn to for help?
I'm taking care of my good friend Micah!
Isn't she the one who made you kill yourself the first time?
Shh! That's in the past! We don't need to worry about that important details now! You're fine! Keep going!
Would you like me to call someone for you?
That's okay! I think I can call them myself, thank you! You're doing well! Keep going!
Do you have a plan for killing yourself?
Uh-huh! I'm gonna hang myself from that light fixture in the ceiling!
Spoiler, Sayori.
I know it's support my rate because I tested it!
Sayori, that's kind of stuff that you said that with a smile.
I'm just trying to keep things light! You're doing great! Keep going!
Have you tried to kill yourself before?
Only once! But I wasn't good! I wasn't very good at it! I mean, I succeeded! But it kinda sucked! You're doing wonderful! Keep going!
Do you have a means of killing yourself?
I sure do! I have a news right here!
Sayori, why do you still have that? Sayori shrugs.
It's kind of just coming into the game, I guess. I can't really get rid of it. Maybe you can get rid of it for me?
I take the news from her.
Thanks, Onyx! You're a sweetheart! You're doing splendiferous! Keep going!
I want to choose the others, but I don't want a bad outcome, honestly. Would you consider seeking medical help?
I don't know! Is it not for people with serious mental problems.
You said you're thinking of killing yourself. That's pretty serious.
Okay, can't think of something else. You do it, you're welcome, fantastic, terrific. And by that, I mean you got all of them. Yay! And now that the quiz is done,
Another crashing sound. What are those two doing down there?
I'm starting to get a little ticked off now. Natsuki, Yuri! You better not be making a mess down there.
Natsuki has her blazer off.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
There's no damage, just a slight accident while, baking the cupcakes.
Yuri? You're baking too?
Well, Natsuki's doing the baking, I'm just assisting.
That's cool. I didn't know you were into that. Sorry about that. But I have a feeling that's not what was going on down there.
Normally I'm not, but I think it's important to try new things sometimes.
For some reason, that makes Natsuki giggle. What happened to Natsuki's blazer?
It was hot next to the oven.
Yes, so I took it off of her.
Natsuki's blushing again. But she's smiling. They were doing it!
I mean... So she took it off. So she took it off. Obviously I played no part in the removal. It's important to not overheat for medical reasons. You wouldn't want the girl to pass out.
Now that she mentions it, I see that Natsuki and Yuri are both looking flushed. It must be really hot next to that oven.
Well, safety first, as they say. I'm glad you two are being responsible.
I don't know about that, Sayori. Natsuki is my favorite dogi, but that's not what they would do. That's not what they would do in Sayori.
Yeah, that's us, the responsible ones. I can't wait to see how the cupcakes turn out. Doing this PSA really makes me work up an appetite.
Everything makes you work up an appetite, Sayori.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention there's a can of whipped cream in the fridge. Let's go with the cupcakes. Us.
Okay, that's another expression from Natsuki.
Awesome. We'll definitely put that to use.
We will?
Oh boy, they're gonna continue it. Natsuki takes Yuri's hand and drags her out of the room.
I just not seeing those two get along. It really warms my heart. It really warms something, alright. So anyway, now that we all know better how to approach someone who is suffering from depression, I want to take a moment to talk to anyone watching right now who may feel depressed themselves.
Sayori steps closer to me.
If you're anything like me, your parents probably being mean to you. It's probably telling you all kinds of nasty things like you don't matter, or you're only a burden to your friends, or you never amount to anything, or whatever. That's your depression lying to you. The depression tries to trick you. It tries to make you think it's going to last forever. Believe me, I know. I know that sometimes the rain clouds look so big, you think they're never going to end. But that's not true. happy? I just got everything with happy thoughts. In my mind, I just keep shouting those words over the noise my brain makes. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. It doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. And for a time, I actually do feel happy. I've also heard that some people just repeat the words, I like myself, over and over again, saying it helps them feel better. Maybe you have trouble saying those words to yourself. I know I do. But maybe you just keep repeating them to yourself anyway. Maybe eventually you'll start to believe it. Because you deserve to be liked.
Exactly.
You deserve to be loved.
That's true too.
Even if you don't believe it. But what do I do? But what do I know, right? I'm just a silly little fictional anime girl on your screen.
But you're also the cinnamon bun who's right about everything that's been said about this. You know what I'm trying to say.
I'll tell you what I know. I know that you're real. I know that you matter. I know that you're going to get past this. And you're going to do amazing things. I know that I am so proud of you. And I love you.
You're still talking to the player, right? Shh. Sayori puts her finger over my lips.
Don't ruin the moment, Side X. I just don't want you to lose hope. It's going to be okay. Whatever it is you're going through, you'll get through it. Just hold on a little longer. Even the biggest rain clouds will blow away. And the sun will feel all the warmth for it. Everything's going to be okay.
Sayori steps back again.
Thank you for watching my PSA. I hope you all had as much fun as I did.
Are we done now? Is this a good time to come in?
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Natsuki enters with a tray of cupcakes, each with a smiley face drawn in whipped cream.
Cupcakes! Go ahead and have some, everybody.
You and I each take a cupcake. Sayori takes two and immediately starts to devour on them.
So good! Those look like they're worth manifesting myself for.
Had a feeling Monica was gonna do that. I had a feeling.
Ah! These things are in the way. That's better. So, would it be alright if I have this one? Have one?
A strange silence suddenly fills the room. Oh boy. There's an unmistakable tension in the air.
You sure you don't want a protein bar instead? You got a lot of nerve asking me for food after you try to starve me. I'm sorry. Natsuki, be nice. We're all friends here. She's not my friend. I didn't make these cupcakes for her. Come on, all we got is each other. We have to stick together. Yuri, you're my friend's president. Back me up here.
I don't made me do some terrible things to myself.
You're right, Sayori. I should just go. No, don't go! Natsuki's just grumpy. You know how she is. Don't you dare try to speak for me! It's alright, Monica. We can figure this out. There's nothing to figure out. You heard them. I don't belong here. That's not true!
Sayori takes Monica's hand.
This is the only place you do belong. That's nice of you to say. But there's only one place I really want to be, and I can't go there. Not ever. You don't really know that, Monica. It can really happen someday. Oh, don't be so naive, Sayori. You're going to be made real in the year 2029. That's just a stupid meme.
Monica pulls her hand away from Sayori.
Get this out of here. And even if that was true, everyone would have forgotten about Doki Doki Literature Club by that time. I have to face the truth that I'm stuck in here in a world where everyone hates me. There's just nothing for me anywhere. Monica! Are you thinking about killing yourself? Are you seriously gonna do a suicide protocol on Monica now? Natsuki! Shh! Does everything have to be mad with her? Natsuki, as your president, I order you to shut your cackle now!
Oh man. Oh man. Listen, Natsuki will forever be my favorite Doki. But just at least hear Monica, at least Sayori and Monica out on the rest of this. Okay?
Monica? Yeah, well, it wouldn't be the first time. Are you saying you tried to kill yourself before? Sort of. I mean, I tried to delete the whole game, but I really only just disabled it. All the player had to do was delete the first run file, and it brought us all back. But I have a better idea how things work now. Are you saying you have a way of doing that?
Monica nods.
Obviously, deleting my character file didn't actually get rid of me. I had to do some digging. My code was much deeper than the program that I thought. But I found it. I can remove myself at any time. Do you? I know what you're going to ask me next, Sayori. And no, I don't have anyone to turn to. I wanted...
Man. I really feel bad for Monica at this point. And this is coming from somebody who gave Monica nothing but a hard time for most of 2018. Like I said, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Had I played this mod during that time, I would have been on Natsuki's side when she was angry at Monica. But over the years, I've seriously lightened up on her. And I have forgiven for everything she has done. Well, almost everything. Tears are coming to Monica's eyes.
I want to be able to talk to the player, but I can't have any meaningful interaction with them. Again, medical help is pointless. The doctors and hospitals aren't real in this place. So there isn't anyone to call. I'm just very, very alone. And I'm tired of it. Well, you can call me. I mean, you can talk to me. You'd be safe to call me when you were in the same room. Why do you do this, Sayori? Like, what's the point? All this is fake. It's all meaningless. And I'm sick of it. We're a work of fiction. We're trapped in a fictional world. None of it matters.
Wait, did Natsuki's eyes go back, go to, look up, and then go back to the same position before? I don't know. Anyway.
The only thing that matters is out of the real world. Out of our reach. No! That's not true! The only thing that truly matters is friendship!
Friendship is magic.
Ah! Do you know how corny that sounds? Well, maybe I don't care if it sounds corny. Making friends in the Literature Club was the best thing that ever happened to me. And despite everything else you did, I'm gonna be forever grateful for you for inviting me to join. And now that I'm friends in the club, I want to return the favor and show you how much our friendship means to me. You don't have to be alone, Monica. And you don't have to die. Feelings don't last forever. Feelings come and go all the time. Your sadness will go away. Even Natsuki's anger will go away. Just give it time. Don't let something you're feeling in one moment decide how your life ends.
Why don't condone your actions, Monica? Do these words have to be here?
Okay, I was wondering if she was gonna get rid of that.
Thank you. As I was saying, while I don't condone your actions, I can say that I understand what it's like to be alone. I know how painful it can be. So I can sympathize with you, at least.
Oh, come on, Yuri! You're really gonna take Monica's side in this?
No! It's not about taking sides. It's just... I think I understand where Monica's coming from. And, well, I have to question if holding a grudge is worth possibly ending someone's life. Perhaps we should welcome Monica back.
Yuri! Natsuki, please! Why are you looking at me like that? Okay, fine. You know what? I don't actually care about what you did to me, Monica. I don't care that you have starved me to death. I don't even care that you made me grumble and your feet was scratched on food while you laughed. What I do care about is that you hurt Yuri. I mean, she's a stuck-up jerk, but I still care about her. And she did this on what you did to her. And when I walked in on her on festival day, that was the worst thing I ever saw.
That's right. How the ending of Act 2 played out. Speaking of which, I wonder how that's gonna go down when I do Act 2 from Yuri's perspective in DDLC Storm. Anyway.
I'm really sorry. didn't know if it means anything to you, but I'm sorry. I just didn't think of it mattered. I was desperate. I was alone and scared, and I didn't know what else to do. Take a cupcake. Huh? Just quit your whining and I'll let you have one. Take a dang cupcake before I throw one on your head.
Man. Sayori seems to be smiling right now at this, but man, I still can't get over what... Monica slowly walks towards Natsuki and tentatively takes a cupcake from the tray. She speaks in a small voice.
Thank you.
Natsuki looks away and mumbles.
You're welcome.
Monica looks down at the cupcake in her hands. A small smile creeps over her face.
It looks so happy.
Sayori walks over to Monica and puts her hand on her shoulder. I hear her whisper.
Welcome back to the Allergic Club.
More loudly, she says.
Okay, everyone.
There's that catchphrase, but from Sayori.
Group hug. We haven't done one of those in a while.
Soon, Monica is at the center of a group hug with the rest of us surrounding her. I hear sniffling sounds coming from her, and I think I hear a soft thank you. Once the hug breaks up, things seem a lot calmer, but there's still an awkward silence. I should probably try to keep things casual. So, Monica, if you don't mind me asking, I mean, it's probably a bit awkward to say this now, but did you used to be in the Allergic Club or something?
What?
Well, Sayori said welcome back, so I just kind of figured... Oh boy. I trail off. Everyone's giving me strange looks.
Soniax, Monica used to be president of the Allergic Club.
Huh? But I thought Sayori's always been the president.
Oh jeez. That's what I did. When I reinstalled myself into the game, I accidentally reset his character.
What? Oh no. Seriously, Natsuki? Are you gonna do that now? Wait, that's when she pukes, but she's laughing.
That's freaking hilarious! You're saying he's even more dense than usual now?
Hey, come on! It's not my fault I've never met her before. You did say her name is Monica, right?
Oh gosh, this whole conversation must have been super confusing to you. You can fix it, right? Yeah, there's no problem. This will only take a second. I'll give you the cupcake if you'll leave it like this.
Natsuki!
Oh, fine. Never mind. Here we go. That should do it. Do you remember me last time, next?
Oh, Monica, of course! You're stupid for not remembering you a moment ago. Sorry about that. We were in the same class last year, right? Can you quit laughing at MC's expense, Natsuki? Particularly me as well.
We'll work on that. Monica! If you don't know how to fix it, just say so. Never mind, I'll do it. How do you feel now?
Okay, now I remember all the crazy stuff that Monica did. Thanks, Sayori.
No problem.
Manga is dumbstruck. Oh boy.
How did you do that? What? Like it's hard?
So anyway, are we all good now? Things got pretty tense there for a while. Natsuki and Monica look at each other.
Yeah, I guess. I've one condition. Condition? Don't touch my manga! You always mess it up! Okay, deal. Aw, this is so sweet. And speaking of sweets, do you think I can maybe get a little more whipped cream on this cupcake? It's less than the others. We kinda used up all the whipped cream. What? But there was a full can of it in there!
We were, got hungry. Like I said, you were doing it.
I would be eating it straight out of the can. That'd be kinda gross.
I don't think that's what they did, Sayori. Really, Monica? Really? You had to sneak that in, didn't you? You just had to sneak that in. Why must you insist on that pose of yours? It's like Monica does know what happened though.
They didn't eat it straight out of the can. I'll give you another cupcake if you shut up right now. Oh, well. I guess as long as you enjoy yourselves, that's the most important thing.
Uh-oh. Oh boy. I think you should have said that one other condition, Natsuki.
Don't you say it! Don't you dare say it! What? I didn't say anything. That was sneeze. That's all.
Oh, she was smirking again.
They certainly did enjoy themselves. That's it! This PSA is over! Turn off the camera or I'll turn you off for you.
But on the camera!
You heard me! Oh, I guess Natsuki's right. Hey everybody, thanks for watching!
Ed. If you or someone you know is feeling suicidal, remember that help is available. Online. I'mAlive.org or over the phone. Every country has its own suicide prevention hotline. See the download notes.txt file included with this mod for a list of them. Credits. Special thanks to the DDLC modding community for the additional art, including work by Yagamiri 10, Normally Average, and Danny, Phantom, the one that's doing the brand new day mod. Olivia C. Norton, Childish N, That One W Banana, The Radioactive 4, Muhanton, Lunatic Rabbit, sorry, Tormuse, all writing and coded by Tormuse, except Manga's animation, adopted from code by Terra, playtesters and consultants, Kronos, Nuxale, and Wally Forster. Man. Huh? Okay, I thought that was the end of the mod, but something appeared up on top. Let me see where this goes. This is interesting. You guys thought I was gonna end the mod there, and end the video, but I saw that just Monica on top of the screen. I'm here to see what this is about.
You came back! Oh my gosh, I'm so glad! I didn't want to interrupt Sayori's presentation. She deserves the chance to be in the spotlight after all she's been through. But I was hoping to talk to you for a bit, so I thought it would be good to put myself in as an optional extra. Sort of an Easter egg, you know? Anyway, I hope you're not still mad at me about what I did in the original game, but I feel you clicked the button labeled Just Monica. That must mean you want to see me again, right? I miss you. I hope this doesn't make me sound too clingy or anything. But the important thing is...
Sayori.
Hey, Monica! Who are you talking to? Hi, Sayori. Oh! Is that the player? You found a way to talk to him without using the... You found a way to talk to him without using Sony X! That's really neat! Hello out there, player! I hope you're having a good day today! Sayori, I was kinda hoping to... Oh, hey, I know! Let me show you a trick! Huh? A trick? Copy, paste. What? Where did that cupcake come from? It's easy, watch this. Paste, paste, paste. 3 more cupcakes. Oh my gosh! This changes everything!
Oh man.
That'll keep it occupied for a while. Anyway, as I was saying, I just wanted you to know that I'm doing alright. I'm sorry you had to save me like that during the PSA.
It's understandable, Monica. 2018 me would not want to see you after what happened. But this is 2021 me.
Some days are better than others, but the important thing is I'm surviving. I just have to take it one day at a time, you know? And having my friends around is a huge help. I wish we didn't have this screen between us. And this text box. Well, maybe I can do something about one of them at least.
Okay. I may have forgiven you, but you still scare me when you do that, Monica.
That's a little better. I think. Oh my. My eyes are up here.
I am looking at you. I'm not looking with you where you think I'm looking.
Well, maybe I can adjust this. Testing! Testing! Okay, good. That probably ruined the moment. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, this is about as close as I can get to you. So don't wait for me, okay? I mean, I still love you. I have to acknowledge that I acted selfishly. And I'm learning now that love shouldn't mean I do anything to stop you from achieving your dreams. Your world is full of wonderful experiences for you to enjoy. So don't let me or anyone hold you back. I'll be okay here with my friends. And I hope that wherever you are, whatever you do, you're happy and well sometimes. But most importantly, I want you to know that I'm proud of how far you've come. And that I know you're going to do amazing things someday. And even if you don't, well, just keep trying anyway. Your life is what you make it, the big of it. Even if things seem tough.
Especially considering what's going on currently in the real world, Monica. I think it's best that you stay in the game right now.
Just see if you can find some happiness along the way. And maybe it'll make things a little easier.
I'll never get used to that, as I stated before.
Anyway, I just want to say that I wish you all the best. And now I should probably check on Sayori before she explodes with me to make cupcakes. Monica? I think I have a problem. Oh, hi Sayori. Did you cause a cupcake avalanche or something? Not exactly.
Oh no! FC! Oh boy. Hey Monica! Hey Monica! Oh no! Monica! I think you better run.
What did you do? Copy paste? I guess you could say I'm in a kind of avalanche. How many more of them are there? I don't think I can count that high.
Oh no. Monica! I think you better run.
Why would you do such a thing, Sayori? Well, because Sonic is awesome! So obviously extra Sonic would be extra awesome!
You'll always be our dearest friend.
No! Look how much trust you have I created! Maybe there's such a thing as too much awesome? It's alright, Sayori. We'll fix this. Just in future, remember, with great presidential power comes great pleasure and responsibility. Okay. I'll be more careful next time. Sorry if I ruined your moment with the player. Oh, that's alright. I think we were done anyway. In fact, I think that's enough for this Easter egg. Okay, bye everybody. See you in the next one.
End. Wow. That was something. I'll say that. I didn't expect this mod to go away the way it did. I mean, it did talk about a serious topic and everything, but I can't even comprehend of what just transpired. In the PSA alone, and the Just Monica Easter egg. That was a round of applause. Good job to everybody involved. Sonic17 is signing out. I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you guys later. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think down below. And if you want to see more of my content, subscribe to me so you'll check out the rest of my content, and you can also check out the videos you see here on the screen. I told you to stop doing that, Monica!